Hello, this is Professor He, uh, or you can call me Roderick. I am going to be your econ professor for managerial economics for this semester. And the purpose of this video is to demonstrate to you uh, available resources on Canvas, and hopefully that can give you a better guidance on what materials to tend to, so that you can have a better preparation for this online learning. And I wish you all have a great learning experience. So to start with, we're going to have a brief introduction of the course here, and the syllabus will be here, and the intro video will be updated here, which is this one. And there's going to be some brief suggestions for learning economics. Since economics is mainly chained up, um, it's somehow like math to a certain degree. Um, so be able to learn previous chapters well is um, is gonna give you a solid foundation for future chapters. So my recommendation is that you try to uh, do your best for each chapter so that your future chapter could be easier. Okay, so especially if you leave confusion for previous chapters and in later chapter, when we are referring to knowledge that we have talked before, that's probably gonna cause some difficulty. So that's this. And my office hours are here. The TA's office hours are here. And I also have the Zoom in the navigation that you can just do one click to go to my office hour meeting room. And my office hours lasts from 10 a.m. to 11:30 on Tuesday, Thursdays. Okay. And my office hours are mainly purported for helping you with course content, um, especially your reading, since we have reading questions, as you can see. And the TA's office hour, unfortunately, it is not available in the Zoom because our TA is using Google Meeting for here. And the TA's office hour are more purported for tutoring you. Okay. So I will probably update more calculus basics as well as original demand and inverse demand, the necessary prerequisite knowledge for this class. And you're recommended to go through them to make sure that you have the ready preparation for the content. And now let's talk about content, and I'm going to use the first module as the example. As you can see, there are three major parts that's going to count for your scores. So reading assignments, I plan to have them due on Wednesdays. Problem set and quiz are going to be due on Fridays. And each assignment will have 2-day grace period. So reading assignment will technically be due on the 15th, on Friday, considering the extension of grace period. So that's this. And this year, I have made the change so that reading assignments takes 15% of your total score. Problem sets 20%, quiz is 25. So in total, they take up 60%, and the two exams are for the rest of 40% for this class. And as you can see, this class has 7 modules in total for 7 weeks. And exam 1 governs first three modules, and exam 2 governs the from module 4 to module 6, and module 7 is going to be an optional actual learning chapter. So we have these. And exam 1, there are some extra credit quizzes, and each quiz corresponding to each module. So when you're doing module, I will also send you a reminder that you can also do those to make sure that you can have some extra self-testing. So those extra credit quiz for each exam will take up 5%. The extra credit. So what does that mean is, for instance, here, I'm going to calculate the average of the first three extra credit quizzes. And say if you get 90%, 90% multiplied by 5. So it's going to be 4.5 points to be added to your overall score. And since Canvas is not good with extra credit, I'm gonna put this in the column of another assignment, for instance here, extra credit total points, so that you know how many points that you can add to your current grades. So that's what we are gonna do. And here, as you can see, I tried my best to do some forecasting of your potential questions. And those are videos that I made to support your learning for this module. And here the recommended sequence is, first you read the reading assignment so that you go through the textbook with questions to be answered. So you're reading with better purposes, and then do problem set, which has 3 attempts, and quizzes, which has 2 attempts. And here, as you can see, for each chapter, there is an overview, which summarizes what's going on, what you should be looking out for this module, okay? And after that, more importantly, we have this module 1 assignment guidance that I put in here. And there are some tables that I did to summarize, and I recommend you download those. So here, for demonstration purpose, I just opened the page, but as you can see, there are some rendering issues as Canvas is reading the Word document. So download those, save them in file, and go through them, or like when you're doing the reading questions, when you're reading the textbook, you can have those on the other screen, say if you're using 2, and so that you can keep your eyes open for key knowledge points for this chapter. And after that, I also have some sample questions document, which is this. I have them open here. There are some demonstrations on some key typical questions that you're going to encounter for the chapter, and those are actually also corresponding to the videos, and I strongly recommend you go through the videos. So actually, we were told to remind you that even though this is online, this is summer, you should still expect yourself to spend 12 to 15 hours per week to succeed in this class. Okay. And if you have some common questions, feel free to email me and email TA. As I said, recommended would be email me and CCTA. Please do not use this inbox, because I found it is more efficient to communicate through screenshot and inbox, or I write on a piece of paper and take a picture to send to you. And Canvas messages are pretty bad in dealing with pictures. So send me email, and my email is here in my office hour page. Shoot me an email with your questions, and that could be the easiest way to communicate. Um, and please forgive me if there are certain questions that has been explained in those videos. I may send you the link of those videos, um, so you can have a visual guidance of how to solve those problems. Okay. Um, so that's this, and I have plenty of resources, and the instructor's material is at the end, which is like a wrap up of each chapter. And send me questions if you think the current um, postings are not enough, and I'll be happy to make more videos like this to support your learning. Okay. So that's pretty much this, and the course descriptions, course objects, I'll leave to you for your reading, um, especially for going through the syllabus. Um, and the key thing is try to be proactive in self-learning. And I'm gonna send you reminder or maybe notification of new videos and so on and so forth through announcements. So please make sure that you check your announcement uh, like twice per week or best 3 times per week at the beginning of the week. Um, on Wednesday, on Friday, those are the days that I am sending out reminders. Okay, so I hope I've made enough content to support you for successful and smooth learning for this class. And I'll stand by and let me know if you need more assistance. We'll be happy to help you. Have a good one.